All right. Okay. Hello, everybody. It's a privilege for me right now to be with the former House Speaker, Jose de Venecia Jr. And according to his profile, he has been elected 5 times as House Speaker. So he's one of the legendary figures I have been wanting to interview for so many years. So, House Speaker, question lang po, sir. So far po, at this point in your life, what are the general life lessons that you have learned? Like, what are your observations, lessons that you've with people in politics?
Well, I believe it's very important for the Philippines to go back to a strong two-party system instead of a multi-party system where responsibilities are not clearly defined and developed. So that is something that we should try to look at seriously, so that perhaps we can invite the smaller parties and the weaker political parties to join one of the 2 major parties, so that we can develop a strong two-party political system. This will be better for Philippine democracy.
Okay.
Where responsibilities are more defined and where there is no proliferation of several weak political parties that cannot deliver substantial or positive results for our Philippine democracy and for our people.
Yeah, but they say that having more parties is equal to having more inclusivity, more democracy. Do you think that notion is helpful?
That is, to a certain extent, that has some merit, but it leads to proliferation and no serious, decisive results for the nation and for the people.
Okay.
Because no clear majorities are established, and therefore the productivity of parliament, the productivity of political and economic activities is limited.
Okay. All right. So, do you think we should be shifting also to a parliamentary system? What are your thoughts on that?
I have always supported the idea of proposing a shift to a parliamentary system as opposed to our present system, because there is a need to strengthen our parliament, our legislative body, and at the same time it's very difficult to support the idea of nationally elected political leaders, because in a republic like the Philippines, where we have so many provinces, so many islands, so many jurisdictions, it's very difficult for a national leader to run in a nationwide election.
Okay.
It's very expensive, and secondly, it's not affordable for people who want to aspire for national office. Even in America, the senators of the republic are chosen and elected in specific state constituencies. But here, is a national senator, because he is a national senator, is elected nationwide. And it's so expensive. It's so expensive, and yet they represent only a small group in the parliament. In a two-house parliament, they represent only a small group. Whereas the larger congressional body is in the House of Representatives,
Yeah.
which is more representative because they represent all provinces, cities, and towns of the Philippines, as against the Senate, where out of 24 senators, maybe 15 or 20 senators can come from only one or two regions instead of all the regions of the Philippines.
Okay. All right. So, what do you think, sir? So you say that it's more affordable, the parliamentary system, but how about
More affordable and more representative.
okay, and so in a parliament, again, maybe for those who are not yet aware, it's the parliament that elects who is the prime minister.
The members of parliament elect the chief executive, who is the prime minister.
Okay. All right. And so far, in terms of economic results, and also the clogging of some work, do you think that a parliament can make more efficient programs than a presidential system?
Yes, because the members of parliament know the problems of their respective provinces, cities, and townships.
Okay.
And they directly represent the people and of specific constituencies, of specific regions, of specific areas, as distinguished from a senator who represents the whole nation.
Okay.
And you know, how can a senator represent a whole nation? When he or she comes from only one city or town or province, how can he represent or she represent the whole nation?
Okay. So far, sir, with the political landscape that we have right now, do you see any traces of hope, and then persisting problems that are still here, hope and problems in our political landscape today?
Yes, so there are many capable political leaders, both in the House and in the Senate. What I'm saying is that they will become more effective if they can represent specific constituencies instead of being elected nationally, and therefore their abilities, their capabilities, their programs are so spread out that they become ineffectual. So it is better if you're elected by a specific region or by a specific constituency. Then you're more responsible to that region or to that constituency.
Okay.
Instead of, just because you deliver a good speech, you have become popular. But in terms of efficacy, in terms of your ability to deliver results for your province or for your region, your effectivity is much less.
Okay.